On one side, we've got IKEA, the global giant, the Avengers of furniture.
Avengers! Assemble.
The store where you go in to buy one chair but come out with a trolley full of cushions, scented candles, aesthetic cutlery, and even a plant which you'll end up naming Bedu later.
सांस ले लंबा सांस ले और शांति इतना चिल्ला रेला हार्ट के लफड़े हो जाएंगे.
So hello guys, welcome to Casabella, a local furnishing store in Navi Mumbai, where there is no maze but the mattresses might form a mountain. It's not about a global standard layout or standards, it is about local vibes, where there's small stores, big hearts, but it can even lead to a free cup of chai.
On the other hand, we have our OG stores like Casabella, who have been running the show way before apps, malls and loyalty points ever existed.
So in this vlog, we're not just comparing big versus small. We are comparing unorganized and how organized and unorganized retail function really work. How IKEA is still managing to be a retail legend and still the Kirana shops are unbeatable in their own way.
So the first thing you might notice when you step into IKEA is that this is not like your regular furniture store. This is a full-blown maze, and this is just not by a regular accident. This is a strategic move made by them. They want to sell experience to you. Just like you enter into your home, the first thing is you enter into a living room. And here in IKEA, you will see that this is a living room, followed by a dining table. And then you get a kitchen also. So the second main reason why IKEA is like a full-blown maze is their problem of space restriction. So IKEA wants to make you feel like you are at home, with every nook and corner designed as your cozy little bedroom, a cozy little dining and a small kitchen as well. So these are some techniques IKEA uses to cover up their space restriction problem.
Unlike IKEA's massive standardized layout, this has a compact and traditional layout where the mattresses are stacked up onto each other and the furniture is stored in a corner. In a blink, I even miss a whole section of the store.
Welcome to the backstage of IKEA, the inventory. The part where customers are not really aware about what's happening. And trust me, it's not some Chamanlal Bhaiya standing with a clipboard counting boxes. So at IKEA, audits are fully digitized. Every morning and evening, a real-time scan happens to understand what's out of stock, what's sold, what's supposed to be restocked, etc. It's like behind the scenes of powerful inventory software which connects the sales floor to the warehouse to even global supply chain. For example, if the Hyderabad store is running out of sofas, the Navi Mumbai warehouse is aware that they need to ship more. Add to that their forecasting magic. Using past data and seasonal patterns, IKEA can literally predict demand months in advance. Like when the study tables are going to be trending during the exam season, the dining tables during the wedding season, and cushions. Well, cushions are always trending. And of course, the flat pack model is genius. Thousands of products sit neatly packed in the warehouse, saving storage, saving shipping costs, and quietly sitting in the warehouse without chaos. IKEA also sources about 30% of its products locally, like rugs, textiles, etc. So that is why you notice a garam masala jar sitting next to Scandinavian glassware. So in short, IKEA's inventory is just not storage. It's a mix of data science, logistics wizardry, and flat pack sorcery. So while we are debating dinner plans, they already know how many bookshelves are going to be sold out next month.
Unlike IKEA's massive inventory system management, this store has its inventory stored inside the store or nearby in a warehouse. Bhaiya, king size mattress kidhar? And he'll point straight at the right pile like Google Maps.
Ever wonder how IKEA keep prices this low? It's not magic, guys. It's some business strategies at its finest. First, IKEA cut out the middleman. They directly buys or partners up with the suppliers, which mean they control cost right from the start. In IKEA, efficiencies everywhere, from self-serving warehouses to minimal in-store staff. Efficiencies everywhere. This helps IKEA to reduce the operating cost, which means you do some of your work by own, and in return you get lower prices. So next time you see a lower price tag in IKEA, it's not by luck. When IKEA says sales, they don't whisper it to you, they blast it across your face. Boom. By using some promotional strategies. First, billboards. Billboards bigger than your rent. That's how IKEA makes sure that their sales are impossible to ignore. Second one, end of season sale. When the season ends, the prices fall harder than your diet on a Sunday brunch. And the third and last, their biggest contributor, last chance to buy. Guys, just don't forget to buy. Just don't. Just
While IKEA has fixed prices, loyalty campaigns, and huge promotions, these stores have flexible prices and the discount depends on how well you can negotiate.
₹150 देगा.
Billing here is faster than ordering my morning coffee. Just scan, tap, and boom. Transaction complete. No bargaining and no missing change. This is what IKEA provides. And definitely no. Beta, machine kharab hai drama. So this is all possible because of the infrastructure and technology that IKEA uses. The n number of technology it uses. From their mobile application to their self-checkout kiosk. Everything is supported by the technology. But there is a crux. Their self-checkout counter is not just a huge hit. It's a little bit floppy. This is because Indians are not used to it and they are not likely or willing to go to the self-checkout counter. As you can check out, there are only 2 or 3 self-checkout counters here, but there are many billing counters which is supported by the staff.
So billing here is usually manual or semi-computerized. Card payments, cash and UPI are done here. But don't expect some fancy self-billing like IKEA. No barcode beeps, just old school vibes.
At IKEA, customer service is not your usual like, no. They want you to wander around the store and have the experience. They want you to sit on the sofa, test out the beds, open the cupboards, get the feel of your new kitchen, get the feel of your new bathroom, so that you are well aware of what you're buying. And in case you need any help, they're just a call away. What makes it more cooler is that how customer centric the services are. If you need to track your order or change the delivery time of your order, you can call them or even use the app, whatever makes it more comfortable for you. And if you're that kind of a person who does not like to do their own assembling of the furniture, they even have professional assembling services. All you need to do is book a slot while you're purchasing your product. To add on to that, the returns and exchange policies are also very smooth. Just remember to keep your receipt handy and IKEA will make that process as smooth as possible. Also, one more thing, they also have feedback kiosks all over their store. So you can give your feedback about whatever you like and what you feel needs improvement, be it regarding the product, the service, the experience, or even the yummy meatballs you get in the cafeteria.
The best part about unorganized retailing is the personalized staff that you get here. The owner himself suggests you, guides you, and even offers you a chai while you can choose the products. In IKEA, you get a professional staff, but here you can get the warmth from beta baith jao to chai loge kya? And even here you can negotiate. So this is how we took a quick look how unorganized retail stores work through the local unorganized markets and stores. Unlike IKEA, it thrives on personal connection, flexible prices and traditional practices. But it lacks IKEA's tech, infrastructure and price. Both the formats have their own strengths. One, gives global efficiency while the other gives local trust. But together, they make the colorful world of Indian retail.
Done with one, then move right on to another bitch. Yeah. College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car out your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and your game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
Walking on a dream.